icon and former First Lady Nancy Reagan, dead at the age of 94. Spokesperson says she died from congestive heart failure. That news broke earlier today. Nancy Reagan is most known for her Just Say No to Drugs and her dedication to charity work. Renee Marsh looks back on her incredible life.
Nancy Reagan once said, "My life really began when I married my husband."
But everything just fell into place with Ronnie and me. We completed each other.
She was born Anne Frances Robbins in New York in 1921. Her parents were separated, and when she was 7, her mother married a Chicago neurosurgeon named Loyal Davis, who later adopted her. She studied acting in college and in 1949 signed a contract with MGM. But her career nearly ended before it began when her name appeared on a list of suspected communist sympathizers. Hoping to help, a friend arranged for her to meet the president of the Screen Actors Guild, a dashing leading man named Ronald Reagan.
She wanted to fix this, but she also wanted to meet Ronald Reagan because she'd heard how available and cute he was.
It would be the start of one of Hollywood's and Washington's most enduring love stories.
I knew right away. Took him a little bit longer.
Did you have to work on it?
I had to push him a little bit.
The couple even played opposite of each other in a movie called Hellcats of the Navy. In 1966, Ronald Reagan started a second career as a politician and was elected governor of California. When he began his run for president, she was by his side, gazing adoringly.
It was for real. That wasn't an actress. The adoration that they had for each other.
Once her husband was in office, she was often seen wearing designer gowns and famously redecorated the White House. This brought heavy criticism from the press. But she had her own special grit, especially after an assassin's bullet struck her husband. She rarely left his bedside. As First Lady, Reagan traveled the country promoting a drug education program which made famous the phrase, "Just say no."
I didn't mean that that was the whole answer, obviously, but it did serve a purpose.
She also successfully battled breast cancer. Once the couple left Washington, Reagan cared for her husband for years as he struggled with Alzheimer's. After his death and majestic state funeral in 2004, Reagan devoted her time to his presidential library and foundation.
There are people who told me that it gets much easier. Well, maybe for them, but not for me. I miss him more now than I ever did.
Nancy Reagan will be remembered for her unflinching devotion to her husband, both in and out of the spotlight. In Washington, I'm Renee Marsh.
Nancy Reagan will be buried at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California, right next to the president. In lieu of flowers, Mrs. Reagan requested contributions be made to the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Foundation.